Vanakkam, hi, hello, welcome to Tamilize, learning the Tamil language, the third lesson. Here we'll discuss the consonants of Tamil. If you remember or if you have not watched my first lesson, please do so. Please try to follow the order of the lessons so that you can easily catch up with the concepts we are discussing. So Tamil consonants are 18 in number and they are classified into three groups: vallinam, hard; idaiyinam, in between; and mellinam, soft. And each hard consonant has a soft counterpart. So the Tamil alphabet places them next to each other. So we'll go that in that order. And as I already mentioned in the introduction, it's very difficult, almost impossible to pronounce a pure consonant. So here is the k sound, but I have to add a short vowel in before or after that. So let me use that form. Let me use the a added form to refer to the sound here. So instead of trying to say ik, k, I'll say kha, but I'm actually meaning the pure consonant here. So I'll say kha. So kha, kappal, akka, thangam, agham, or akam, aham. So I'm not going to detail this for every other consonant. You can refer my introduction on this. So the hard consonants, they have allophones in Tamil. So based on their position, so you can notice for kha, when kha comes in the first initial position, it is as it is kha. When it is doubled in between, doubled, again it is as it is, the natural sound kha, kha, kha. But when it comes after its nasal counterpart ing, it also gets nasalized and gets softened. So thangam, gha sound, the kha becomes gha sound, kakha, kagha, gha, thangam. And between vowels, it should be actually aspirated, but sometimes people nasalize that or voice that or aspirate that, and all three are perfectly okay, and it's not going to cause any confusion in the meaning. So you can say aham, agham, or akam. Typically we say agam, so we use the nasalized form agam. Typically that's the form, but you can even say akam. That's not going to cause any impact in the meaning. So I'm not going to spend time in explaining this for all the other hard consonants. Please notice and learn by yourself. But I'll be pronouncing all these words. So once again, kha, kappal, akka, thangam, agham, idaiyinam, thangam, ich, chattai. This sa, because of the Sanskrit influence, it's also becoming sa. So it's a sa, cha, both. So chattai, sattai. Pachai, manjal, manjal, ja, manjal. Saraswati, saraswati, cha. Nyamali, manyai, manjal. Nyamali, manyai, manjal. Pattam, pandam, padam, pattam, pandam, padam. Vannam, vandu, kanam, panbu, kan, vannam, vandu, kanam, panbu, kan. Tamil, பத்து, பந்து, பதுக்கு, தமிழ், பத்து, பந்து, பதுக்கு, இந்நாள், இந்து, பெருநர், படம், கப்பம், கம்பம், கபம், or kapam, doesn't make any difference. Padam, kappam, kambam, kabam. Maram. So notice I used the same word to show that it appears in the initial as well as the final position. Maram, kammal, kambam, kamal, maram, kammal, kambam, kamal. Yanai, uyya, tuippu, ஆய்ந்து, பயன், செய். யானை, உய்ய, துய்ப்பு, ஆய்ந்து, பயன், செய். Now you would have noticed I have used a lot of words here. That's because I want to show that only for these certain idaiyinam letters, e, ir, il, il, only these four, the semi vowels, only for these in Tamil, a consonant cluster of up to 3 consonants is allowed. In any other case, a consonant cluster is only 2 consonants. As you noticed before, ka can be doubled, or ka can appear with the ing. So it's ikka or inga. Only that, only 2. We need a vowel before and after that. But in this case, e, it can come with 3. So as you can see in tuippu or aindu. So there is a e, there is a ip, there is another ip. So tuippu, if you notice, there is a y, pp. So there is a 3 consonant cluster. So for e, ir, il, for these 4 letters, the maximum of 3 consonant cluster is permitted, but only in a special method, special way. It cannot appear in all combinations. So here you can say E can appear in tuippu, ஆய்ந்து. So there should be a long vowel and then the ind. And that is the case especially for ir and il. They can appear only in this combination. So that's why I've added these extra letters to show this particular additional consonant clustering. And as I said, Tamil is a tongue-friendly language. This is one aspect. So the consonant clustering is very limited, only 2 maximum. And a special case of only these 4 letters appearing in a very particular position, 3 consonant clusters. And I like to think these are semi-vowels, so they sort of gel with the word. So aind, it's almost as if the letter is not there actually. In fact, in poetry, there are cases where we don't consider that letter being there. So anyway, let's concentrate here actually. So notice this. So yanai, uyya, tuipu, aind, payan, sei. So it can appear in the final position also. Arnd, so the 3 consonant cluster, arnd, aravu, Raman, Romam, Ur. Again, the reason I put this Raman, Romam, in Tamil, these Ra, La letters are not permitted in the beginning of a word. So they are not consonants which can appear in the initial position. But in Sanskrit, these 2 letters, Ra and La, can appear in the initial positions. So when we use Sanskrit loan words which begin in R or La, we have to add a corresponding vowel before that, because to be conforming with Tamil grammar. So I'm not going to detail that here, but you can notice just a mention. So the Raman, the Sanskrit name. So Ra cannot be beginning of Tamil word, so you have to add E. So we say Iraman. But typically people don't pronounce that E. So simply we say Raman. As I said, when it comes to Sanskrit or English loan words, people know based on experience how to pronounce that word. So even if you write it in a slightly different way, people will know how to pronounce them. So Iraman, we can say Iraman or Raman, but we have to write like this. So that is how we conform to the Tamil grammar. That's why I've added these. Same you can find with the La letters also. We would add vowel before them. So once again, ir sound, and this is the ir, which is a trill. So this is a trill ir sound. There's another ra sound in Tamil, the hard consonant ra, that is a retroflex. That is not a trill. So this ir, you can roll. You can roll that ir. So when you say arndu, koorndu, ir, it can roll that. But the consonant ra, you can't roll that. So they are basically 2 different sounds. We have to be clear about that. So arndu, ir, arndu, aravu, raman, romam, ur, illam, nalgu, valam, ilakkuvan, Lakshman. The Sanskrit name Lakshman, for various reasons, because the iksha sound is not in Tamil, so it had to be ik. And la cannot be in the initial position, so we have to add e. So we say Ilakkuvan, the great poet Kambar, when he wrote his Ramayana in Tamil, so he wrote all these names conferring to the Tamil grammar. So he wrote Raman, Iraman, Ilakkuvan, like that. He didn't write Lakshman. He wrote Ilakkuvan. So we have to follow that. We have to respect all those poets and grammarians and follow these rules. So Ilakkuvan, Lakkuvan, Lakshman, but we say Ilakkuvan. Lakshmi, we say Ilakkumi, or Lakshmi. But we write like that. Ilakkumi, Lakshmi. We have to put the E. Ural. So let me go again. Illam, Nalgu, Valam, Ilakkuvan, Ural. Now another thing you should notice, I forgot to mention that before also. So we mentioned that the hard consonants only appear after their nasal counterparts. So ka should be appearing only after ing. But you can notice an exception here. So ka appears after il. Ka can appear also after il. Another la sound, il is there. So I'll show the example. But ka appears after il, nalgh. If you go back in also, we can notice that pa appears after in. So pa should appear only after im. The nasal counterpart for pa is ma, but it appears after na, which is the nasal counterpart for ta. So these are some exceptions. As I said, there will be always exceptions. So panbu, panda, right? This there. Of course, panbu, pa can appear like that. Pa can appear here. Nalghu, illam, nalghu, valam, ilakkuvan, ural. La sound. Va, vandu, kavvu, avunar, uravu. Now, this va, as I mentioned, cannot appear in the initial position of a word with the o sound. As you can notice, even if you try, that will become a simple u. So if you consider the word avunar, if it is unar, not the a is not there. So it's unar. It will sound like unar. the va is not there. So unar. So that's why the grammarians have restricted that. So u cannot appear with all consonants, especially with the o consonants in the initial position. So these are all very basically what we actually are able to speak. So it's not, they are not restrictions. The grammar rules in Tamil mostly are not restrictions, but are observations. Tamil grammar is highly descriptive, not prescriptive. So va, vandu, kavvu, avunar, uravu, now this is a very special sound because it's very rare. People say it's there in French. Similar retroflex sound is there in French, and it's there in Malayalam, but not in many other Indian languages or even among the world languages. So this is very, very special to Tamil. In fact, Tamil people go haywire if you say this letter. If you simply say ra, then their blood will boil. Anyway, so politics apart, this is a very special and a very nice letter in Tamil. Almost all Tamils, they love this letter. The word Tamil itself has this letter, and we feel that this letter adds so much beauty to the words it appears and the language itself. So please do put in some effort to learn this pronunciation. Basically, you are saying la, like in other languages, la, the retroflex, but you have to fold your tongue backwards as well as inwards. So back as well as in. So it's you're more like a closing like a flower bud. So you have to roll your tongue backwards, inwards. So that's how you create the sound. Ra, ra, Tamil. So ஆழ்ந்து, அழகு, cool, ra, ஆழ்ந்து, அழகு. But you know, when you're naturally speaking, you don't have to put so much effort in the pronunciation. It will naturally come. So I'll say ஆழ்ந்து, அழகு, cool. Tamil ஒரு அழகான மொழி. I can simply say that. But you know, to emphasize the pronunciation, I'm saying like this now. ஆழ்ந்து, அழகு, cool. So that sound, you say you can notice your tongue is slightly rolling back. That's a retroflex we call. And you have to roll it a bit more. And also you should fold your tongue side. The side part of your tongue should fold inwards. So more like a parcel. So imagine you are making a parcel with your tongue, or more like a flower bud. So you know it's before blooming. Like that you have to fold your tongue. It's a bit difficult, I know. Try practicing, and if you master this sound, you can master any Tamil across the world. So any foreigner capable of pronouncing the sound, Tamil will do anything for them. Tamil people will do anything, right? Seriously. Right. So once again, ஆழ்ந்து, அழகு, cool. Tamil ஒரு அழகான மொழி. Tamil அழகு மொழி. Tamil ஒரு அழகான மொழி. Tamil ஒரு அழகான மொழி. Ra sound. Fantastic. Another fantastic sound, of course not as beautiful as ra, almost 90% to that, similar. So it's another la, but more folded. So tongue is more folded. So roll your tongue more. La, fold it much. La. So normal la. This is more folded. La. So pallam, kulam, aval, kolgai. You can notice again ka appears after this la also. So we had a nalgu. Here we can also have kolgai. Once again la, special la for Tamil. La, pallam, kulam, aval, kolgai. So and this is another hard consonant. So remember, 5 of the hard consonants and their counterpart soft consonants were kept before, and then we have the idaiyinam in between. And then the last, finishing up with another last hard consonant, which is again a special letter in Tamil. So that's why it's kept last. So the other 5 hard consonants are all in other Indian languages also, especially in Sanskrit, ka, cha, da, ta, pa, and their nasal counterparts. So we had ka, nya, cha, nya, tha, na, pa, ma. And then we had the semi-vowels and the special letters of Tamil. So this, even though it's a hard consonant, is coming at the end, sort of like a grand finale. So this is the special ra for Tamil. Again, the ra, normally we have the r. That is a trill that can roll your tongue, right? Trill, ra. It's like you're starting a car engine, ra. But this, you can't do that. It's a hard consonant. It's a plosive stop. So you really have to stick your vocal cord to pronounce this. That's why it doesn't appear in the beginning of the letters, words. It appears only in the middle position, and mostly it's doubled. So when it is appearing, it will not appear as a pure consonant, right? So it will be doubled, or will come with vowels, or will come its nasal counterpart. So we'll learn that pronunciation itself. So don't bother to learn its standalone pronunciation. So you can simply say in fact, the standalone pronunciation will be very similar to the trill ra, r. So you can say ra, but in words you can see the difference. When it is doubles, you can see the difference. It's cut tr. You can see the plosive nature. Cut tr, the tr tr, cut tr, kandru. You can see the kandru, dr. Karuppu, you can see that difference here. So katru tr sound, katru. That's why I even put t. The t is not there actually, but when the ir doubles, it's that plosive nature. So we typically put a t. So to for others to easily pronounce that. So katru. It's actually not katru. It's not katru. Katru. The ra itself is doubled. Katru. Kandru. Karuppu. Katru. Kandru. Karuppu. Right. One last but not the least, the soft nasal counterpart of that ra, hard ra. This is a in. Now this in typically appears in between and final positions. Never in the initial positions. The na that comes with tha na, that appears in the initial position. And 99% both of them are similar. So in many words we can replace them. In grammar rules also they'll be replaced. So don't bother too much. You should be differentiating between the tha na, the tha na. That's very important. This is similar to the tha na. So we call them as tan nagaram, and ran nagaram. So this one is the ran nagaram. Okay, so the na, pinnal, mandram, manam, anbu, mon. So the in sound, pinnal, mandram, manam, anbu, mon. Once again, you can notice pa comes with this na also. So pa comes with the tan nagaram, anbu, and this na, anbu. Apart from its own nasal counterpart ma, ambu, kambu, like that, right? So these are the 18 consonants. You should typically be going back and forth between these 3 lessons and spend quite a good amount of time in these 3 lessons and make lots of notes, practice, pronunciation practice, and all those things. So even though these lessons are altogether in less than an hour timing, you will be basically spending a bunch of hours, at least say 10 to 20 hours with these in order to learn these letters and their pronunciations. I'll also add a resource where I have created, to learn the reading and writing of these letters, the script. So you can combine that resource with these videos for pronunciation and the notes on the letters and some of the grammar rules and exceptions. So all put together, they should help you in mastering the Tamil script and the sound. Once you have done that, you'll be ready for the next lessons, where we talk about vocabulary, words, and sentence formations, and start exposing ourselves to basic grammar rules, and then build up our way to mastering the beautiful language called Tamil. Please keep in touch. Continue the lessons. Nandri, vanakkam. Thank you.